Okay, what up everybody? Thank you for joining me for my second shoot on YouTube. Okay, so pretty much by the title you guessed it, I'm going by like a siren. You can totally leave the look glam without adding blood because this look obviously looks like totes cute without blood, but I just wanted to add blood because it was like my style. But I have like little also teeth going, but if you guys like what you see and you're interested in doing this look for your little Halloween parties you got going on, then just keep watching. Okay, so before we get started, a lot of the things that I had ordered hadn't like come in yet, so this is like very last minute. I went to like Michael's, Joann Fabrics, and the Spirit Store. So I got like this little $5 kit with like paintbrushes, because sometimes some of the things that I'm using you don't want to use any paintbrushes, but honestly for the most part I'm using makeup because I did this with body paint. This is the second attempt and I didn't like the other one, so I pretty much made my own foundation for this one. So let's just see how it goes and let's get into it. Okay, so to start off, I'm going to be using the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Primer Moisturizer. I love it because it like gives me just a hydrated base. And a little bit of the spritz of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. And then I'm going to use the Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer. Wow, that's a lot to say. And the Lumi Glotion by L'Oreal, just because I wanted to have a little like glow kind of look. And then I'm going to go right into this foundation. I honestly made this foundation. I used like a Ulta CC cream and just like a purple pigment, and just kind of mixed that in, like milled it off into the foundation and just kind of like mixed it in. Now we're just gonna blend that till I get like the seamless kind of like layer that I want. I wasn't trying to go like too heavy. I wanted it to be like kind of just like a coating on my skin. Okay, after I get that all on my body the way that I want, I'm going to go in with the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. I use this palette for Pride, and honestly I'm going to be using this palette this whole entire tutorial. I just kind of loved the colors in there and how pigmented they are for this look. I'm just using the dark purple that is in the palette to create my brows. Look at me, just feeling myself. I tell myself like I have like an alter ego when I start putting on makeup. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. I do. She also has a name. My wife is just like over her sometimes. She says I feel myself way too much when I put on makeup. But aren't we all supposed to? So I'm just going to also clean up my brows, basically using the same foundation that I used. I had just a little left over, so I basically use it like how you would use concealer to carve out your brows. Next, I'm going to go in with the next lightest to darkest shade of purple in the palette, and I'm just going to take that on my crease and blend it out till I get as dark or as light as I want it. But I'm going to be going a little dark with this just because I want to take it up and be very bright. Next, I'm going to be taking the lightest shade of purple in the palette because I felt like the dark purple was still like too pink for me. So I wanted to make it more purple. I'm like rocking out this whole video. Next, I'm going to be taking the darkest shade of purple that I use for my brows and putting that into my crease and working it just to give it some more depth, because I kind of wanted it to be like a purple smoky eye. Sorry, I was acting weird this whole video, like that tongue stick out. That's just like me on a regular basis. My wife makes fun of me for it, so be gentle and kind with me. Okay, once I have that blended the way I want, I'm going to be using the Luscious Angel Eyes eyeshadow primer base, just because I kind of wanted to give her like a cut crease. I did want to like kind of contrast the back of my background with what I put on the lid of my eyes, so that's what I'm doing here, just to kind of make it more of a vibrant color when I put it on, so it's not so like faded out because of the purple. So once I got that how I like, I'm going to also blend out the shadow again, just so it looks very seamless. So now I'm going to be taking this Revlon Photo Ready Eye Art. It's like a liner and like shadow pigment. This is in the shade 010 Green Glimmer. I'm taking the shadow liquid side first, and I'm kind of just working that. On the other eye, I wish I didn't put it on the way I did, and I looked up and I messed up like bad. It was bothering me, so I just go in with the dark and I blend it out. So till I get the kind of like darkest or lightest shade I like on there, I'm gonna just keep going and working it on. Blending and working, blending and working. Now I'm going to be going in with the glitter liner side of the Revlon stick. I felt like it gave it a nice shimmer, so why not? Next, I'm going to be taking that same brush that I used for the eyeshadow base, and I'm going to smoke that all on the bottom lash line. And I'm going to go pretty ham cakes on it, because I kind of wanted it really smoked out, really turquoisey. Blending out as I go, just to make sure I have the look I want. Now I'm like feeling myself, trying to figure out what I want to do. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Oh, look, I want to do liner. So I'm just gonna add a winged liner to this. I'm using some Ultimate Face liquid liner that I have. Next, I'm going to go in with the Luminous Voluminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal Paris. People say it's like better than sex. Kind of. Then I realized I needed something else, so I'm going to next take the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk on the bottom lash line. I'm just kind of wanting my eyes to be bigger, and then I'm going to take that up in the corners just a little bit. And I'm just going to smoke it out, make sure it's fine, and then add mascara to the lower lashes. Now I'm going to take my favorite lashes, the Ardell Double Ups. I don't know why, but these are just my lashes, and please do not come for me because I do not have tweezers. I could not find my tweezers to save the life of me, but hey, you know what they say, girls who know how to put lashes on with their fingers can fight. I don't know, I just read it from a meme. But next I'm going to take the two darkest shades of purple and use it as contour, because you know, sirens even need to be sculpted. And then next I'm going to go in to try and carve out my nose, but then I realize it kind of just doesn't work out and it kind of moves the purple foundation a little bit. So I just go in with my foundation brush that I used and kind of just blend it out again. After a while, I kind of just like didn't like how these like purple foundation that I mixed together was doing, but I make it work in the end. It gets patchy throughout the video, but I make it work. I fix it up. And now I'm going to just kind of go in and try and like carve out my collarbone and my neck as well. Moving with the music while I do it. I look really mean here when I put my chin up. I don't know why. I just do. Alright, so after I have that the way that I want, I was like yelling at a friend. I'm going to go in with the Supernova by Artist Couture. I love it. I don't know why, but I do. And the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray was out, so I had to use the Rimmel Stay Matte, so I had on instead. And if you see my gills, let's just say they didn't work out, so at the end of the video I took them off. I'm going to take now like some fishnets that I had lying around, and I'm going to cut them up, and I'm basically going to use them to make scales on my face. So, put some bobby pin in there, because it was just not staying on. Girl gotta do what I gotta do. Or the siren's gotta do what a siren's gotta do. Putting scales on the side of my face, to my cheekbone, and then I'm gonna put some on my jawline as well. Just, you know, give me that very scaly kind of look. And you see what I mean by the foundation got patchy. It was so patchy when I was trying to put on the scales or the gills, and it was just not working for mama. And then I'm gonna put some on my chest. I was using the base shadow that I used on my eyes to create the scales because I just thought, why not? And then see, now I take off the gills and I was like, okay, sister, it's not working. Get over it. But it made me look kind of scaly still. As if I got the gills picked up. I was having a little trouble with the fishnet, so I had to cut another one and use it on this side because I kind of like cut open the other one so I couldn't slide it on my own. So after I have my scales to the way I want, I'm just going to be adding that Supernova highlighter by Artist Couture all over my chest. I really just want it to be shiny. I feel like you can never have too much highlight, ever. If you feel like there's too much highlight, then girl, it's not for you. It is not, the glow is not for you. So then I was singing to myself again. You can see in the corner my friend's hand. I kind of yelled at him after for this, but Carlos, I love you. After I got that how I wanted, I go in with Sway and Respect the Pink by NYX with Liquid Suede. I felt like that was too bright, so then I go in with Supervised Socialite. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it works, okay? And this one's just like a dark rouge purple. Just gonna clean it up. Make sure I have more mascara on the bottom lash line. Jam out. Figure out my life. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this Supernova as well and put it on my lips. And just kind of, you know, highlight myself a little bit more. But like, I was just trying to figure out what to do next. That's what I do when I add more highlight. And then I'm also going to be adding highlight into the corner depths of my eyes. Next, I'm going to be taking the gems that I got from Michael, and I'm just going to be placing them on the scales that I created using that fishnet. There was some in this emerald green pack that kind of just like fit as scales, so I'm just gonna be like placing them randomly on where the fishnet like created the scales on the side of my face and on my jawline. I really wish at that point I didn't change the angle of my camera, but I did, and there's no going back now, sister. Okay, so I'm just applying more gems to my chest. Figuring out life, and then I'm like, okay, let's go do this. I'm going to tie my hair up into a low pony, and then I'm just going to braid it out. And once I have that finished braided, I'm just going to take bobby pins and I'm just going to place the braid up because I am applying a wig. So grab that wig, and if you have a wig cap, I suggest using it. I just didn't have one on hand, so I just went with the flow and did it like this. Works with my hair anyway. So I brush her out, model her, and you can totally leave her like this if you want, but me personally, I felt like she was missing something. So 1 second, let me just get out what everyone loves: teeth and blood. So I take off my wedding ring and I paint my hands because I forgot they aren't purple yet. And I'm supposed to be all purple. Go in with my gallon of blood that I got from the spirit store. And I'm just going to take a toothbrush and I'm going to dip that in the blood. And I'm just going to run my finger around the bristles just to make it look like I just like kind of like shattered someone's artery with my teeth. You know, that lonely sailor in his boat crying out for love. I'm just kidding. Alright, so I'm just gonna flick blood legitimately all over me and make it look like I had an accident. And that is pretty much how she looks. I felt like she was, you know, that siren on the rock that lures you in and after she's had her kill. So again, you can totally leave her glam or you can spice her up just a little bit. This is obviously the finished product. You can leave her glam, or obviously you can blood it up like I did. You know, everybody loves some good blood. But yeah, this is finished look. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope to see my wolf pack back again soon for whatever next wacky video we got. See you guys.